Crafty Amy. Hi everyone, in this episode of Crafty Solutions, episode 2, I'll be showing you how to hem your pants and slim them down on the sides. The most common dilemma when buying clothing, especially pants, is that you need to hem them or slim them down on the sides. You're going to need someone to measure yourself, especially the hemming, because you need to be standing up straight. And I also recommend wearing shoes, like the shoes you're going to wear with those pants. And then have someone pin you where you want them to lay. So you'll be needing a sewing machine, thread, sewing notions, and then you're all set. So let's get started. The pants that I'll be altering are for my mom. So now I'm just pinching the sides that doesn't have the double lap seam so it's easier to sew. I'm using pins to hold the adjustments in place, and I'm also folding down the hem where she wants it to lay. I like to do one side only, so then once I sew one, I can transfer those measurements onto the other leg so it's symmetrical. When you have the pants in your hand, use some tailor's chalk to mark the markings you did with the pins. This marking is for the hem of the pants. Turn the pants wrong side out and use some tailor's chalk to mark where the pins lay. Once you get all the markings, turn it right side out and take out all the pins. When I placed pins for the hem, I put one pin in the front and one pin in the back. So I'm going to measure it and make sure it's the same, and then keep marking it throughout the bottom to continue the line for the hem. So the hem on pants is usually about a ½ inch, so I'm going to measure 1 inch seam allowance, so it's a ½ inch fold for the seam. So from the hem line, I'm cutting 1 inch down for the seam allowance. Now for slimming the leg, I'm going to use a curved ruler to clean up the lines that I drew. You just want to follow your markings, and even if you don't follow it exactly, you just want it to be a nice line. This line is going to be your sew line, so I'm just putting pins along the line. So everything you did on one leg, you want to transfer and do to the other leg so it's symmetrical. To transfer the markings on the other leg, I'm folding it nice and neat and placing it right above the other one. Then I'm going to fold it back little by little to transfer the markings. Before you sew the bottom of the pants, you want to sew the legs first. Don't forget to backstitch the beginning and the end of your sew line. When you get towards the top, you want to ease your way into overlapping the original stitches. Then you want to cut off any seam allowance that's bigger than ½ inch so it doesn't cause bulk in the pants when you're wearing them. So here I'm using a serger to cut off the excess seam allowance. Fancy! Next I'm pressing ½ inch and then ½ inch again to hide the raw edges. Now that everything is pressed and pinned, you're ready to sew. I like to sew on the right side to make sure my sew line is straight. Because the fold is ½ inch, you want to make sure you sew a little smaller than ½ inch so you catch the folds. As you can see, I'm using my left index finger to feel the fold to make sure I catch it. When you get to your starting point, you want to make sure your stitches overlap and you backstitch. Ooh, fancy and to the point. And here's the result. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and it was really helpful for you. Thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more tutorials. If you like to follow me on my social media, you can follow me at Crafty Amy on Instagram and Crafty Amy 93 on Facebook. But I do use Instagram a lot more, so if you like to keep up with me there and then chat and comment and I respond, you can follow me there. See you in the next video.